Hey, who's this guy? Been a while. Been a while. This shape probably shouldn't take so long because I'm a professional using the Feather SS with a Feather Pro Guard blade in it. Let's get to it. Who says that there have been I've been watching somebody's videos that introduces themselves. Let's get to it. That's a good intro. That's a good intro using my Sorrentino Seafoam brush. I'm not gonna tell you what this soap is because it has to do with this story I need to tell you. I changed up my soap because of this. So this shave is in honor of the Shaving Cadre's newest hero, Steven of the Las Vegas Stevens. He told us this story. He was in the Taco Bell last night. No, he's not 22. This guy's old enough to know better, but that's where he was. And apparently this homeless looking dude came in and just took like a swing kick or something to the guy in line in front of him. And luckily he missed, but the guy was like, hey, yo, what you do? I'm improvising here. But Steven did said so the homeless guy kind of walked away a little distance, and then the guy that he took tried to kick just went right back to his phone. And so after a little bit, the homeless dude picks up a metal chair and is about to swing it at that guy, and our hero Steven, no, he doesn't shy away one bit. He might have been thinking more about tacos, but he put that aside and screamed at him like, "What are you doing? Stop it!" And the homeless guy put the chair down and look. So of course, there's some praise there for Stevie Boy in the forums, plus some jab. That's how guys are. We can't just give you a kiss on the cheek. We gotta give you a kiss on the cheek and then smack the back of your head to even things out a little bit. So anyway, one guy was like, yeah, but what about that dude who like almost got kicked and just went back to his phone and then if nothing was said would have gotten beamed in the back of the head with a metal chair? What about that? And you know what my response was? Darwin. That's Darwin at work right there, baby. So I need to thank guys like Steven because my slow running pudgy ass wouldn't be here if it was just survival of the fittest. You know what I mean? I would not have lived past the hunting gathering phase of all this to make it to the online shopping phase of food procurement, one might say. So it's funny, I hadn't thought of it that way because there've been times in the past when people are eliminated for doing this really dumb stuff, and I just said, well, there's Darwin at work. But I guess I'm very lucky to have people intervening Darwin at times. So this soap, this is a great smelling soap, and I'm trying to remember the order of which I did things. You can get it's not sold many places, I don't believe. I saw the Shaving Cadre's hero of purchasing and capitalism, Scuttle Soap, better known as Brian, bald-headed wonder, whatever. He had this on, and let me show you the aftershave. That's glorious, that bottle. They have it at Pasteur's Pharmacy, another hero of humanity. Pasteur Pharmacy in New York, which you can now easily order online. I think for quite a while you couldn't, and then their online presence was very wonky. Still sometimes anyway, you can get it there. But it ain't cheap. You know, our boy Brian, he just, I don't care. But you can get like a little sample set. So I had a little, and I think it was a little glass bottle, kind of the shape of that. And then a little metal tin of soap that I took on vacation. And somehow the glass bottle, somehow a glass bottle broke while you're traveling. But shocker, Dave, shocker. Well, but I've never had anything break until then. And it was little, so it's, not like delicate. I've taken wine plenty of times. And this was packed in a DOP kit anyway. So I believe what happened was my wife got me the aftershave for Christmas or something. So I, of course, had to go in and get the matching. So you can't use just the aftershave. Gotta pair it up for your shave of the day pictures. I'm no rube. No rube. But it's a nice, a little citrus, but it's a very lemon, limey, it's a nice citrus. Almost, I hesitate to say, because I want to say like Sprite or 7-Up, but it's not sweet like that. It just has those citrus notes. It's very, very enjoyable, which of course the bummer of any citrus soap would be that it doesn't last, the scent doesn't last long. I mean, this is, I think, just an aftershave splash anyway, but like I said, this is not inexpensive stuff, so you don't want to glug it on, but you can't, anyway. That's what we're doing today. Oh, and then we're gonna go see Mean Girls, I guess the musical in San Francisco. I really don't know anything about. My wife and my youngest were watching it. I get the movie Mean Girls on TV, which had no singing to it. So, yeah. So I've changed my tune from "I'm not gonna like that at all" to because when we were in London, we went to go see a show, I think on West End Theatre District, of Kinky Boots, which per the description I would not have picked. And so I think when the deciding was going out for which show we would see, I washed my hands of that decision. But it was good. It was good. It's about some dude that's like a family-owned shoe shop, and I don't know, long story short, going out of business or whatever, and then somehow they discover they can make these big, huge, tall, high heel kinky boots for I believe cross-dressing men and stuff. They make a lot of money. Wouldn't have picked that, but the music was awesome, catchy. It's a good time. So I realized that one, they need better people writing the descriptions for these things. And two, just because the story sounds like something that if it was a movie or a book, I wouldn't look twice at. Has nothing to do with how much I might enjoy a production of it. But let me say this, for musicals, I have had it with them taking things that already have music to them and then adding more original songs for the shows. I don't know, like I think they did that to Grease or Footloose. I know they did it to like Frozen, stuff like that. They did it to, what's the one, Belle and the Beast, of Beauty and the Beast. Stop it. Just stop it. It was good the way it was. Everybody knows the soundtrack when it came out. And then you're like watching it and you're like, this song wasn't in the movie. What the heck? Yeah, don't like that. So, but it is interesting, you know. Obviously, I'm not very experienced in the world of theater, but I thought it was interesting when I saw the movie, and I was like, well, there's not even any music with the original movie. I guess that's just what they do. They just take a movie that has nothing to do with singing and then write some songs for it. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. So there we go. We did the alum. You know what? I might need to jump ship here a bit. We've been doing Quins for an awful long time. And it's fine. It works good. Works good. Again, I just like 3 drops. That's it. So I've been using this thing for months. So this is probably like a year supply, right? Which I guess is not a good endorsement for Quins. If I'm trying to get a sponsorship or something and be like, hey, spend a line at $11.99 once a year. That's not a big profit center for them, I guess, you know. But here's the deal. Back with what I used to use, the that will go unnamed because they blew off the request for sponsorship, which would have cost them all of like maybe $4.99 in stickers. Quins doesn't make lemon. And I'm really missing them. I still have, and I think probably because of the coloration, this is ready to be just thrown away. But we'll have to see. Somebody, myself, Major Rich, Barber Dave, somebody might have to reach out to Quins and ask for an official sponsorship. And if we get an official declination, then I think I'm going to switch back. Or at least include the lemon in my rotation, because there's lots of time. I think lemon mixes with what I'm using is the I don't here read it. I don't got my glasses on. Whatever that is. Is it Cuke? This one pink grapefruit and whatever orange rind. Yeah, this is the one where they use the word rind, which I think moist is a much better word than rind, and people don't like moist either. But there's a lot of times where I'm using very dark manly scents, or I don't know, I just miss my lemon. You know what pairs with everything? Look how low we're getting on this. Still got my little aquanaut in there. But what pairs with everything is wapa! This moment of wapa brought to you by Ombra's Barbershop, the sweetest smelling barbershop in Tucson. I guess you can thank Dave for me being back here. His legal team threatened action if I didn't make more content. They're like, dear Mr. Nurse Dave, we have spent upwards of $4.95 on this sign and expect adequate representation in your online content. And calm down, Dave. I know it costs more than $15. He was already getting ready to, in my next video, I'm gonna let you know it cost me. Love you, brother. What did we do? We're onto the Darwin. And the other thing that kind of bummed me out, and I don't know, I'm assuming since I haven't produced a video in quite a while, there'll be a lot of fanfare when this is released and everybody will watch it, including Mr. Scuttle. But I'm wondering if he had a problem. This had like black wax, so it looked even sweeter when it was new. But then opening it was just a bugger. And you can see I broke off part of the cork even after I think I got the wax out. And see, it's still, so this really concerns me a bit. And now I wiggled. So it's a real cork. It's real cork. So I'm concerned, you know, you want it in there enough that it's not going to evaporate, but I'm afraid at some point it's just going to break. And then it'll be all sorts of issues. The other thing is there's no restrictor in there. And again, this is not glugging type of value. There we go. There we go. Let's see. Okay, so I was going to say that the scent of this is a little bit different than the soap, but it very quickly dries down almost exactly to what the soap is. I don't know if they had a matching EDP or something. I think I'd probably get this. This is an awesome smelling citrus. I think that's about it for my shave. The other thing I've been using talc more, even during the week. I don't know how I end up having time for that, or I think I've realized I don't need to wait for things to be 100% dry. And talc still applies just fine, but I've been using I've been using this Yardley Equity talc for the last couple of shaves. Somebody asked what this smells like, EM something or other on the Cadre, and it's so it's interesting. I've got this Parasso and it's rosemary something, and it's very kind of a neutral scent. This one is, if you're worried about your talc being too powdery smelling, too light smelling, get this one. It's very manly. I said it's kind of like Sauvage or Spice Bomb, something like that. But again, it's a talc, so that scent doesn't last very long at all. But when you put it on, you're not feeling like flowers and stuff like that. And just don't. This is my official TSC shave shirt, so we can get talc on this. We'll go ahead and do that now that I've yapped long enough. There. See? Beautiful. Alrighty. I think that's it. Welcome back to me. See you on the forum.